Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is WSR or Noah Clark and you're watching Worldwide Sim Racing. It's round 4 of the Worldwide Sim Racing League and we are at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in the Baku City Circuit. Just waiting for the race to begin. Lots of people in here. Let's just go over the lineup right now. We got Ice 99, German 69, HN Racing, Sweetcrown 19, last week's race winner, Hartman K7, Voodoo 52, Fly by Night, Fire, Anthony 82, Josh 2, and myself at the moment. So we got a lot of drivers. We got some of the quicker drivers back in here, and I am very excited to be bringing you our first real street track of the calendar. It's going to be really exciting. There's You See Me Flying. About to get ready to get into it. And we are just waiting a couple more minutes to get things underway. I'd like to thank you all for joining us once again. Again, my name is Noah Clark, or WSRX, and you're listening to the Worldwide Sim Racing League for coverage of Round 4 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix around the Baku City Circuit. Sim Racing League for coverage of Round 4 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix around the Baku City Circuit. I want to apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of reverb, but it's not going to matter too much. Just making sure audio is working on our end. This is the first stream of the season. We're going to be live streaming directly from the Worldwide Sim Racing League. It's going to be really exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. Cannot wait to show you guys what's going to happen. We're just a minute away from the start of qualifying, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen, what we're going to get, the kind of racing we're going to get. And we are just but 10 seconds away from the start. Ortiz is in here. We got basically a full grid ready to go for Azerbaijan. And here we go. Short qualifying session for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the Baku City Circuit, and a very exhilarating track. Lots of very tight sections, lots of open sections though as well. It's much of a hybrid almost, much like Canada or Australia, but I would even consider it to be less of a hybrid because it is still much more of a street track than those other tracks. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the racing is at Azerbaijan. Of course, track position is key at a street circuit. You have to make sure that you're always on the pole position and get as high up on the grid as possible, because after the first lap, the goal is to create gaps and to make sure you're far ahead of the rest of the field. And even when there's not gaps, trying to overtake around this circuit is extremely difficult. Everybody is in the pits. No AI drivers at the start of this race, so we won't have to deal with any AI racers making things difficult for drivers. This is going to be purely human-based racing. Some of the best drivers I have seen in my entire life are ready together to start the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's the 2019 WSR World Formula Championship. And I'm very excited to be bringing you round 4, as that looks to be Hartmann or Schechtefeier. Let's see who that is. And it is Schechtefeier coming out of the pits now. That long pit exit, that's one of the Williams, and it must be, I'd like to think it's Josh 2. Josh 2 is out of the pits, and he is beginning his outlap. We have about 18 minutes now going into 17 minutes of this qualifying session. German 69 starting his outlap, where you will be seeing some of the closest wall-to-wall qualifying laps of the entire season, especially the castle section, which is one of the tightest parts of any F1 calendar. Let's ride on board of Schechtefeier so you can see a little bit of what this racetrack inspires. You don't want to be hitting curbs like that Schechtefeier did. That's what's going to kill your top line end speed, and especially your acceleration coming through turns. Those are great ways to be turning around those corners, though. Going through the castle section, look how close the tires get. And again, making sure you hook up those apexes after the castle section. It can be really easy to get through the castle section, feel fine, and then lose grip almost immediately going out. Now getting into sector 3, just about going through these sweeping turns. Again, hard braking through into sector 3. Hard braking again, but wanting to get as early on the power as possible to begin what is a few sweeping turns and then an extremely long straight. Get the DRS activated. Schechtefeier is going to be our first lap of this qualifying session. Let's ride out from him. Let's see. There is that DRS flap from that Rich Energy Haas car flying down the straight. Let's see what Schechtefeier can do in his first lap of Azerbaijan. Going into turn 1, riding up on the curb a little bit, but that's going to cost him a little bit of time. Riding on the curbs is not what you want to be doing. In the sector 2, again, riding up on the curb, that's going to kill straight line speed. You want to be on the pavement as much as possible in order to get that straight line speed down the straight. DRS activated, now closed up again, going into turn 3. Riding up on the curb a little bit, getting close to the wall, but not close enough to where it's going to cause him any trouble. Again, hard braking. You want to be hitting apexes. You don't want to be running wide. That's where you're going to be really losing a lot of time, as if any street circuit. You want to be hitting these apexes, going through the chicane. Very difficult to get on the power through that chicane because of the hard braking into those turns. Now hitting those apexes, going up to the castle section. Again, very crucial. Now going through the castle section, not hitting any of the walls, getting very, very close, hitting the apexes, not going too wide. There's no invalidation to lap so far. Schechtefeier is looking very fast indeed, but so is a lot of other drivers who are starting their laps as well, but Schechtefeier will be the first to cross the line. Let's see what he can do. Now, going into sector 2, hard on the brakes into this turn, but again, getting on the power as quickly as possible, riding up the curb a little bit, but that's quite alright. That's what the curb is there for. And now, going through these sweeping turns in sector 3, you want to be hitting these apexes, and then getting onto the main straight, full power. You want to have full ERS mode. Make sure you're not bogging down, making sure you're not getting any defaults through your ERS. DRS deployed. Let's see what Schechtefeier's first time is going to be, and will it be beaten? It's a 140.169, so not really as fast as he would like it to be. Let's see. Josh 2 hits a 139.572 in his Williams car. Iconic Q now in his lap. Let's see what the order is going to be like. Gernman sits a 139.485. He's in pole position at the moment. But again, that is not the lowest time we'll see. I'm sure we'll get into the 148s based on some of the times. Flyby with a 141.778. Not fast indeed enough for pole position. He's definitely going to want to improve on that time. Let's see if we can ride on board now. This is J. Ortiz coming around into Sector 2. Voodoo with a 142.490, sorry. And let's see, who is that? HN Racing with a 139.540. Let's see what J. Ortiz can set at the Azerbaijan circuit. See what he can do. In the new Renault car form, he was originally in the Force India, or the Racing Point, and he gets a 140.391. That's not going to get anyone on pole position, but it is definitively in 5th position. Now, the only car to be setting a lap is Anthony 82, who sets a 139.534. So by about a tenth in this race, German 69 is your current pole position leader. Hartman, You See Me Flying, and Sweet Crown 19 are on their outlaps. Sweet Crown 19 is about to begin his qualifying lap. Let's ride on board of him so we can get a really fast. Sweet Crown 19 was last week's race winner by one of the closest finishes in not just esports history, but in motorsports history. 0.006 seconds. Unbelievable racing between him and the other driver involved, who is escaping my mind unfortunately right now. That's very embarrassing. But again, Sweet Crown 19, I believe it was German, sorry, yes, German 69 was the other driver involved in that. Very, very close. Sweet Crown 19 was your race weekend winner, but is he going to get that again? Going slowly through the chicane, but getting on the power early. That looks pretty like a nice run through to me at least. Qualifying and time trial, you're looking at about 137, see if you can really match it all up. But again, you're going to have to manage ERS deployment and fuel consumption in qualifying. So those race qualifying times are going to be much slower than your time trial times. Let's see what Sweet Crown 19, who's going to be the first across the line out of these last three. You see me fine though, still saying he's on his outlap. Okay, we see what's happened there. And he's going into the pits. No, he's not, but he is about to start his first lap. And here we go with You See Me Flying. But now, going around the sweeping turns of Sector 3 before getting it onto the main straight. DRS activated through about half of it. And let's see what he can do. Next, GRT's getting out of the way of Sweet Crown 19. Sweet Crown 19, with DRS activated, what's the time that he can set? It's going to be second position with a 139.510. So none of that pace from China has escaped him. He is ready to go. Let's see where Hartman is. Hartman now going down the main straight. Let's see what he can do. Where can he put that Haas car? It's going to be 8th position. It's a 141.337. You See Me Flying now is just done with Sector 1. Now in Sector 2, going fast. Let's see if he can get through this castle section okay. Getting very close to the walls, but keeping it tight. Keeping close to those apexes, not running too wide. He goes a little wide there, but it's okay. Lap still counts. Now, going through these sweeping turns. And now, hard braking. Riding up on that curb, that's going to kill some speed for him. He's going to lose a little bit of time there. Hard braking again. Not really getting on the power, getting a little bit bogged down. I'm not suspecting this to be a fantastic lap. Lost it a little bit in the third sector, I believe. Now going down the main straight. Almost no ERS left on that car. Can he get it anywhere near up the podium? Of course, he's going to get D-rates if he did bad management on the ERS for this lap. Let's see where You See Me Flying is going to be. It's going to be only 8th position. Not all that fast, to say the least. You See Me Flying barely getting into the top 10 with a 141.050. So faster than Hartman by about 3/10, but slower by about 2 seconds from German 69. So nowhere where he wants to be at the moment. German 69 is your current pole position man. Sweet Crown 19 now coming back into the pits. German is on, Voodoo 52 is retired from the session. What can we see what that was? Was that a crash? I don't know. We missed that. Again, unfortunately with these, I don't have a co-commentator. I can't tell you what happened there. As the car despawned, let's see if German can pick it up maybe, what that was. The car might have despawned already. Voodoo 52 is out of qualifying. Presumably an accident. It said yellows in Sector 2, so I'm just going to have to assume it was an accident. There's no car involved that I can see. So I'm just going to have to assume that the car crashed. I don't think he retired from the session. There was a yellow in Sector 2. Of course, we missed it, unfortunately. Voodoo 52 ends his qualifying with a 142.490. But we're riding on board now with Iconic Q, who is looking to set his first qualifying lap. IACE 99 is still in the pits for that over Toro Rosso. Let's see if he can get anywhere near up the front row of the grid. You've got to suspect that he will. Iconic Q's very good at street tracks. This is something that he said that he loves the go-around, so we can expect him to be quite good at these kind of conditions around these tight and twisty corners. He goes a little bit wide there. I don't know if that's going to invalidate the lap. We're going to have to wait and see if he enters into the pits or not. I'm not getting from the stewards, the in-game stewards, that was an invalidation of a lap. Let's see what this is going to be. And now, riding on there, he's going to get DRS down the straight. He's just going to go for it. Let's see what it is. It's going to be... It's on pole position. It's a 138.379. Definitively in pole position by about a tenth of a sector. And now German 69 is off the track. German 69 went too deep, and that was just before the castle section, missing his braking zone. The car seems okay, but obviously the lap's not okay. So who was possibly going to challenge? HN Racing, sorry, we just missed it, on pole position by another tenth of a second. That is unbelievable. What we thought was a killer lap by Iconic Q was not, because HN Racing has beaten it by another tenth. Unbelievable stuff by the Ferrari driver. German 69 is not going to be challenging for pole position this lap. He's going to be rushing into the pits, getting another set of tires on, seeing what he can do. Now we're looking at Anthony 82, one of the newcomers in the league for this round of the 2019 WSR Formula World Championship. Let's see what Anthony 82 can do. Again, very close to that castle section. Unbelievable stuff it takes to get through that castle section. I have to say, from my own experience, it is so satisfying to get through there. But then you have to keep your mind on it right away, because you need to make sure that you hit the apex immediately after the castle section, because if you don't, it's going to ruin the rest of your lap. So you want to be making sure that that doesn't happen, that you're making sure that you keep going through after the castle section. We see another car on the other half of the grid. What makes street tracks so special? One side of the fence you have one car, and the other you have another car. Spectacular stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Now, going down the main straight, what's Anthony 82 going to do? It's going to be pole position. It's a 137.775. HN Racing just got murdered on his time by tenths of a second. Anthony 82, the first driver into the 137s. I told you the 138s I thought was going to be our plateau, but 137.775, that is an unbelievable time by Anthony 82. A blistering lap time around the Baku City Circuit. Is that going to get challenged at all by any of the drivers in here? I have no idea. I don't really know the true pace. Have they missed it in some of the corners? This is Jay Ortiz now. He's in 9th position. He's going to be looking to get that car further up the grid. Unbelievable stuff by Anthony 8291. And now he's hit the wall a few times. Is that going to be front wing damage? And yes, it is. One of the end plates is gone on Jay Ortiz's car. With only 4 minutes to go, I have to suspect that might be the end of his qualifying. That is unfortunate for him. A lot of the cars in the pits right now. Scheckterfire, however, is not in the pits, and he is going again for another lap. He's in 7th position, looking to improve. He's just about getting into, possibly going to get into the 139s if he can improve in the lap. Get ahead of Josh too. Unbelievable stuff. Anthony 8291, one of our newcomers, really showing off everybody that he can be a force to be reckoned with, at least in qualifying. We haven't seen the race from him yet. What's it going to be like for him during the race? But as far as we know, he's quite fast around the Baku City Circuit in qualifying. HN Racing, looking to like he might have been on pole position, squashed by many tenths. Let's see who that might have been. Was there something in Sector 1? I didn't quite see who that was. HN Racing looks to be fine. Sector 2, yellow. Who's that? That looks to be German 69. I don't really see who that was. Harmon looks fine. Is there anything wrong with his front wing? No, there isn't. Is You See Me Flying still good? Yes, he is. He's actually on a lap right now. Let's see what he can do. What's it going to be for You See Me Flying? It's going to be 8th position. He knocks Fly by 9 down to 9th position. He goes too deep in the corner, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. He just cared about getting that lap, and that's going to be his final lap of qualifying. Let's look at Hartman K7. He's on a flying lap. There's another yellow in Sector 1. Scheckter is out of the race. Here's the yellow flag. Let's see what it is. And yes, he's crashed. He's missed the braking zone in the turn 3. Scheckter has crashed. You See Me Flying has crashed. What's going on here? Can we see what that was? You See Me Flying had another accident. Can we see who might have seen that? No idea what that was. Yellow's in Sector 1 and 2. That's unbelievable stuff. We're not even watching laps. We're trying to see if we can see what this is. Here's the yellow flag. Who was that? Well, what happened with Drew? You See Me Flying this. He went too deep. Gurman 69 has crashed. What is causing all these accidents? Another yellow in Sector 2. This is unbelievable scenes here, ladies and gentlemen. I have to assume a castle section crash. Iconic Hugh getting his way of line. Another yellow flag. Lots of drivers crashing out in this race. You See Me Flying has crashed. This is extremely interesting stuff. But now, all these drivers are on their out laps. They're going to be getting their laps now. Fly By Night is looking to start his first qualifying lap. Let's see if there's any damage on his car. And no, there isn't. So, very interesting stuff. Hartman, as he set a lap, he is setting it right now. IACE 99 is a 140.734. He's going very, very slowly. Maybe he's in low fuel mode. That's what I think it is. He's in low fuel. Somebody's knocked their front wing. That was the Toro Rosso. He gets out of the way of Iconic Q, who is on his out lap. Unbelievable stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet Crown 19 is now going for pole position. HN Racing is going for pole position. He is behind IACE 99 trying to catch some slipstream off of him. What's it going to be for HN Racing? He's not going to improve. HN Racing hasn't improved. He's, at the moment, Anthony 82 is going to be on pole position. Iconic Q is in 3rd position. And I believe his qualifying is over as well. It's a 138.397. No, it's not. He's getting out of the way. So he is still ready to go for another lap. Sweet Crown 19 just got out of the castle section. What can he do? Can he get that car anywhere and up the front row? At the moment, he's in 5th position. He'd like to be further up the grid if he wants to keep that momentum going from China, which was a spectacular finish for him. Fly By Night, J. Ortiz, and Hartman have all finished their qualifying laps, but they're going to stick in the exact same positions that they were before. IACE 99, however, has not finished his qualifying session. Josh 2 is now going up towards the castle section. Let's see what he can do. Going through the castle section, getting very close indeed. He has knocked the wall, and that's going to be it for him. Josh 2 is not going to be challenged for pole position. Now, Sweet Crown 19 going down the main straight. What's it going to be for Sweet Crown 19? Can he get that car anywhere and up the front row of the grid? Let's see what it is. It's going to be 2nd position, 137.926. He gets into 137. He's going to beat HN Racing's time. And now HN Racing is in 3rd position. But now HN Racing is going to be looking to get into it. Josh 2 has crashed out of the session. It looks like he's retired. I'm not sure what happened there. HN Racing for 138.227. He's going to be looking to improve on that time. I'm not sure what his lap times are right now. But HN Racing, let's see what he can do. Can we bring up that telemetry? And yes, we can. Sector 3, we're looking at his lap time live right now. But it's not going to be enough. Sector 3, he's off by miles. It's not going to be enough. Sweet Crown 19, as long as IACE 99, IACE 90 is in the pits. No, Anthony 82.91 is on pole position. A spectacular lap at the end there, and he is in pole position. Amazing stuff by our new driver in the league. Awesome stuff for Anthony. 82.91 is your pole position man with a 137.775. Blistering stuff in this qualifying session. Amazing stuff. 2 drivers are entering the pits. What an exhilarating qualifying session after was a bit of a dismal performance in China after the rain ruined qualifying. But the rain hasn't come. The heavens kept it away. And Anthony, 82.91, is on pole position clearly by at least 2/10, I believe. What an exciting events there. Yes, by 2/10. Anthony 82, Sweet Car 19 in second. HN Racing is in third position. Iconic Q is in fourth position. Gurman in fifth. Sixth for Josh 2. Schecterfire in seventh. Eighth, Yosemite Flying. Ninth, Fly By Night. 10th, J. Ortiz. Hartman is in 11th. IS 99 is in 12th. 13th position is Voodoo 52. Let's look at the race director, as you can see any incidents that happened. Terminal damage for Voodoo and Schecterfire. Crossed the pit lane while on the white line with a warning for Schecterfire and Fly By Night. Interesting stuff. I'd like to hear about what happened in terms of those accidents. What an exciting qualifying session, ladies and gentlemen. Short qualifying is complete. The race is about to begin. My name is WSRX, or Noah Clark, and you're listening to WSR's, or Worldwide Sim Racing's League's official live stream for the 2019 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Your current championship leader is Iconic Q with 31 points. Can he extend that lead, or is he going to lose it? We'll just have to wait and see. We're waiting now for pretty much all the drivers to get ready and have their internet connections all line up, and then we will begin what is going to be a cracker of an Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I am very excited to be broadcasting this all to you. I'd like to thank Yosemite Flying for helping start this league. This would not have been possible without him. We'd like to thank him again for everything he has done for Worldwide Sim Racing. We are now just waiting for the game to get everybody connected, and then we'll begin the race, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Again, I'd like to apologize for the delay. We will be getting this race underway shortly. The game does have to get all the internet connections in order, and we will begin the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for Worldwide Sim Racing. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties being experienced in game. We're going to get them sorted out as soon as possible and get you guys to racing action as quickly as we can. Again, sorry for the inconvenience. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The game has started just as I put it back on, and we are getting ready for race start for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix of 2019. And look at all those crowd fans. I'd love to be sitting in one of those box seats just above the pit lane. That stuff looks amazing. Pretty awesome stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I just got a confirmation from one of our drivers that we were waiting on a driver who wasn't connecting. So that was the issue, technically. That is from our very own Hartman K7. Again, my name is WSRX, or Noah Clark, and we are getting ready for the start of the 2019 WSR Formula World Championship Azerbaijan Grand Prix. As now, all the drivers are getting away and starting their formation laps. Let's go over the grid order. Anthony 8291 starts in pole position ahead of Sweet Crown 19 in second position. HN Racing in third ahead of Iconic Q. Gurman 69 is ahead of Josh 2, who's a shed of Schectifier. Used to be flying in 8th position, 9th position for Fly By Night, and rounding off the grid from the top 10 is J Ortiz 1123. Hartman K7 in 11th position, followed by IACE 99. Voodoo 52 is in 13th, and Speed Kills 3 has just entered the lobby. He is going to start in 14th position. 14 runners, no AI to speak of. We are ready to get underway in the Baku City Circuit for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I'm very excited to be bringing you this coverage of the 2019 WSR Formula World Championship. You can follow all of the rounds by subscribing to Worldwide Sim Racing on YouTube, which you're watching right now. If you just subscribe, turn on post notifications, you will hear about all the content that's being uploaded to this YouTube channel. And as well, to follow us on Instagram, Worldwide Sim Racing, you can look us up on there. To follow all of the action pertaining to Worldwide Sim Racing. My name is WSRX. I'm going to be your commentator for this race, and I am very excited to be bringing you this race. Round 4 of the WSR Formula World Championship of 2019. Our first season getting underway, and has never been more exciting. What will we see in this race? Drama, action, so much to see. Anthony 8291 is one of our newcomers in the Red Bull car. He is on pole position by 3/10, about, I believe, two or 3/10 on his qualifying time. And we are getting ready for Anthony 82 to line up on the grid with all the other drivers. Autopilot will kick in, and I believe it has kicked in. The cars will now be automatically put onto their pole positions and respective qualifying positions on the grid, and we will get ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The race is clear skies with no chance of rain. The sun is out, blazing on that track. It's going to be a little bit cold in Azerbaijan, as usually as it is. But we are getting ready as all the cars line up on the grid, and we will get ready for the start of the 2019 Azerbaijan Grand Prix for WSR. All the cars are lined up. The red lights are off for the formation lap, and now we get ready for the lights. And now it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are go! It's go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Anthony 82 gets a good start, but now going into turn 1 on the inside. Sweet Crown 19 takes an early lead into turn 1, but now Sweet Crown 19 is going to slot in the first position, and now in second position, Anthony 82. There's a lot of positions changing down the field. Iconic Q in third position ahead of Josh 2. There's a yellow sector 1 that looks to be Sweet Crown 19, though, is taking the lead into the first turn ahead of Anthony 82. Anthony 82 almost hits the back, however, of Sweet Crown 19, almost getting into his rear diffuser, and now going through the first few turns, we now get a line of cars. As it is with a street track, we get these line of cars trying to look for little gaps to overtake. But Sweet Crown 19 getting a blistering start across the line, getting ahead of Anthony 82, who was looking to be kicking himself a little bit after starting on pole position in this first race in WSR. Now, going through the castle section, extremely tight. You don't want to be banging wheels there because it's going to bang a front wing. But now, going through Queen there, is going a little bit wide. That was Iconic Q. He almost binned it into the third sector. The two Williams of Iconic Q and Josh 82 are right up and close together again. Anthony 82 in second position. Sweet Crown 19 has taken the lead of the race, looking to be the first driver in WSR to go back-to-back with race wins. But is Anthony 82 going to have anything about it? Is he going to pull a Max Verstappen? Is he going to win his first race in the Pro team, the Red Bull team? Really his first race in WSR. As I catch my breath a little bit there, we are on lap 1 of 26, about to go onto lap 2. Let's look at the grid order right now. Sweet Crown 19 ahead of Anthony 82. Ahead of Iconic Q, Josh 2, Gurman 69 in 5th position. You see me flying in 6th position. HN Racing in 7th position. These dropped down drastically. IACE 99 in 8th position. 5x9 in 10th. J. Ortiz, Schectafire, Voodoo 52, Speed Kills, and Hartman has also dropped down. Can we see what the damage is possibly on some of these cars? Hartman 62 has entered the pits now, coming in for his first pit stop of the race. This is going to be your front nose change. Yes, it is. There's no front wing on that Haas driver. So an incident possibly with the wall, maybe with another driver. We have no idea. Let's look at this car. This is Speed Kills. Let's see if we can get a close-up view of his front wing. And as we can see, it doesn't seem to have too much damage on it. Voodoo 52 has spun a little bit, and he's going to get back together again. But it's going to really throw up those tires. And who was that? Fly By Night has spun around. Fly By Night in 11th position now. He's going to drop down 2 places after that little spinning incident there. J. Ortiz jumps in the 10th position, back where he qualified in. Schectafire going up the castle section. Just look how tight that is, ladies and gentlemen. IACE 99 in 8th position. You see me flying, running in 7th position. Jumping a little bit up in some places. HN Racing is in 6th position. He's going to be kicking himself after what was not a great start for him in this race. Josh 2 is in 5th position, getting hunted down by HN Racing, but now going too wide, Josh 2. HN Racing is going to be looking to make him up on the straight, and look how much more speed that Ferrari has, and he goes way past the Josh 2. A little bit wheel contact look there, but HN Racing giving absolutely no care to the Williams driver as he goes blasting past him. Sweet Crown 19 at the fastest lap of the race. It's a 1:43 it looked like there. And who is this? Josh 2 is in the pits. Josh 2, did he receive some damage? He's pitting right now, only on lap 3, going way down the field there. And what was this? Was this a penalty? No, it wasn't. Let's look at that. And it was. There's a front wing damage on the car, missing both end plates. Was there contact between HN Racing and Josh 2? We'll have to look at that after the race. Lots of drivers in the pits. J. Ortiz now, he's replacing a front wing. Voodoo 52, he's replacing a front wing. There's a lot of wing replacements here, ladies and gentlemen. Another yellow in Sector 1. And who is that? You see flying. Misses his braking zone going into turn 3, it looks like. Yes, he has, and he hits his front wing. Is that going to cause some damage? I don't know if it is. He might not have made it around the turn like he wanted to. And yes, a front end plate on his wing is gone. That's going to cause a lot of downforce loss. And on a street track like Azerbaijan, it's imperative that you capitalize on all the downforce you have. And if there's not enough downforce on the car, these cars feel terrible around tracks like these, especially in Baku, with bumpy roads, with very tight corners. Getting not enough downforce is going to now decrease your speed, and you might not be ready for it, and next thing you know, you're into a wall. What an exciting start of this race. Now let's ride on board with Sweet Crown 19, who has now made a 1.1 second gap ahead of Anthony 82. There's another yellow in Sector 2. Who was that? Let's see if we can see who that was. Was it an accident by somebody? And I can't see who it was. Doesn't look like anybody had too much of an incident. It might have just been a hitting of a wall. Sweet Crown 19 is your race leader. 1.2 seconds. Building a gap slowly and more slowly ahead of Anthony 82. He's going to be looking again to be the first person not only to win back-to-back races in WSR, but to win 2 races in WSR. All of our drivers so far who have won races have only won 1 race. Official Sully was a race winner, HN Racing was a race winner, and of course, last weekend, Sweet Crown 19 was your race winner in China. So again, Sweet Crown 19, if he can win this race, will be looking to make a challenge for the World Championship. Money is on the line in this. Let's look at HN Racing. As he an incident with one of that looks like to be German 69 has gone back ahead of HN Racing. HN Racing right behind him. He wants to be right again past that Force India. And now, are they going to look through move the castle? I hope he doesn't. That would be very close indeed. Let's look at Yusumi flying again. And another spin. He's missed his braking zone again. That's now into turn 2. Yusumi flying, having a terrible race right now. Missing braking zones. And he's trying to warm up his tires on the main straight. He's just having none of it right now. Not getting at all within tune to the car. And that's going to cost him a lot. Jay Ortiz is far back down the field in 14th position. Speed kills, overtaking Hartman. Are they going to go side by side? I hope they don't, and they don't. They choose not to. There is just about enough room to get 2 cars through the castle section, but you have to be basically perfect to get through with it with 2 cars. Could we see that, though? I don't know if we could. Iconic Hugh, though, is going all the way down to the end of the pit road where the Williams crew is. And he is going to get his first pit stop. No front wing change, though. That's going to help him a lot. And he's going on to the medium compound tire. So, quite quickly getting off of those soft tires. Again, a lot of incidents going on. So, probably wanting to get off of them sooner rather than later. Those tires must have been really damaged after some of the stuff that you have to go through on those first couple of laps. Amazing stuff so far. Schectifier is in the pits. Does he have any front wing damage? If it is, it's minimal, and I can't see it. Is he going to go for a front wing change? And maybe he did, because he's now exiting the pits. I apologize for that. Let's look and see. Anthony 82 is now within a second of Sweet Crown 19. It's lap 5. DRS is in effect now. In lap 3, it got affected now. And Anthony 82 is looking to gain back first position. Now decreasing the gap more and more and more against against Sweet Crown 19. Anthony 82 decreasing that gap, and it's even more so. Sweet Crown 19 did not have a good run through there. It's now less than half of a second. DRS is going to get activated. Anthony 82 is going to have it in overtake mode for that ERS, supposedly, we would think. But now DRS is going to get activated down this main straight, and now he's going to look for a move. It's going to be our first move on the main straight, and looking at that, and no, Sweet Crown 19 is in the pits. He goes into the pits, and Anthony 82 takes the lead of the race. Was that smart? I don't know if it was. You might have wanted to stay a little bit out there more. But now, let's look at the gap to first place. It's going to be after the pit stop. The top other 2 have pitted. Anthony 82 stays out. What's going to be the gap for him? Let's see what it is between Gernman. It's going to be 13 seconds. Not enough for a pit stop gap where he's going to retain first position, though we wouldn't expect that to be the case unless some serious issues had happened. Let's look at IACE 99 who's in the pits, and there's a lot of shuffling in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. But now that front wing being replaced. Oh dear, no. That's double stacking for Toro Rosso. Fly By Night also entering the pits as well as IACE 99. That's going to cost Fly By Night a lot of time by being stuck in the pits. There's not a lot of team negotiations being done amongst drivers. But Fly By Night has now been bogged down by his teammate having to wait in the pits those extra few seconds. And those extra few seconds can cost you. He's in 10th position now. 4 seconds behind Hartman K7. Not good indeed by the Toro Rosso drivers to be getting stuck behind each other. Sector 2 yellow flags, and we see who that was. Not sure who that was. Anthony 82 is in the lead. He's 15 seconds clear of German 69, but is he going to be looking to make his first pit stop of the race? Let's see if he is. Now going down the main straight, going around those apexes, making sure he sticks to them. Now getting the power down on the main straight. Where is he going to be going? He's going to be peeling into the pits, or is he going to stay out? And yes, he's going to be entering the pits now. Anthony 82 is into the pits. German 69. I don't believe he's pitted yet. Let's look at the spectator menu if we can see what it is. Let's see, what's the position change? What's the stops? And no, Gurman 69 is, but he's also into the pits as well as Anthony 82. So the entire grid except for Speed Kills 3 has pitted. J Ortiz with 3 pit stops, including right now. That's going to make it 4 pit stops. He's almost a minute behind the rest of the pack. That is not good. No, sorry, it was 2 stops. Now it is 3 stops. Let's look at those intervals now. Iconic Q is now behind Anthony 8291. He has made a pit stop. He's on the medium compound tire. Can we see what Anthony 82 is on? He is also on the medium tire. So Iconic Q, though on older medium tires, probably on warmer medium tires, so having a slight grip advantage against 8291. Sorry, Anthony 82. Can Iconic Q get past him? And now almost banging a front wing off in that castle section. Again, you don't want to be doing that. Blue flags being waved. I don't know who that's for. Somebody down the line. Unless it's somebody behind us. And it looks like maybe, let's see J Ortiz if he has to be getting out of the way of anybody. And it looks like he did. Yes, it was. It was probably, no, it was not. It had to be. Yes, it was. It was the Alfa Romeo driver, Sweet Crown 19, I believe. Let's see if it was. And yes, it was. Ortiz is 56 seconds behind. Unless something drastic happens, his race is effectively over. Unless something can happen where he can get his car further up the grid. He is gaining seconds and seconds of time to use to Speed Kills 19. But again, 54 seconds to make up. That is not a lot, considering he would probably have to make another pit stop. What tire is he on? He is on the medium compound tire. So I don't believe this is a one-stop strategy. You just have to be a two-stop strategy from drivers. So effectively, J Ortiz might be as well done with his race unless something can happen, a crash, a safety car can be deployed, which isn't exactly completely out of the question. This is Azerbaijan, however, and safety cars can come out of nowhere. You can have virtual safety cars. Those don't help too much of gaps being put back together. Let's go on board with Schecterfire now, who is battling with Gurman 69, going down the main straight. He has DRS activated. This isn't really an overtaking zone, but he can overtake if he sees fit, but he's not going to do it. He's going to stay behind the Racing Point driver. Now getting closer and closer and closer, though. He's going to be looking to make a move very soon. You See Me Flying has now made a move on Voodoo 52. It looked like it was a pretty easy move from the looks of things. But now, You See Me Flying has banged the wall a little bit, and he's kind of weaving a little bit. It looks like something might be wrong there. He's weaving the car a lot. It looks like he's trying to get warmth in the tires. He's on the hard tires. Is that the tire to be on? I don't know if it is. Let's look if he has front wing damage. He doesn't, which is good for him. Schecterfire looking to get ahead of Gurman 69, going to try to move in the 7th position. Look at that black and gold Haas car challenging against the blue and pink Racing Point car. Now going down the main straight, he is within half a second, about 6/10, almost 7/10 off. Going down the main straight, this is where it's going to begin. He's going to get that momentum going with the overtake option if he has it on ERS. And then he's going to open the DRS, and that should be an easy overtake in most conditions on a track like this. Now, going down the main straight, DRS is going to activate it, sorry, and the ERS. There's the thing. Is the gap too big? It looks like it is. So something must happen. Schecterfire losing a lot of time going into the main straight, and he is now further back than he would have liked to have been. Not going to be making a move there. But now Gurman has lost part of his front wing. He goes too deep into the corner. A little pressure from the Haas driver, and he couldn't take it. And now Gurman is crashing into the wall. And this is going to be easy pickings for Schecterfire as long as he doesn't make a mistake as well. Gurman 69 now going to struggle a little bit. That's obviously a front end plate from the front wing that's going to be gone off that car. Let's look at if it is. That looks like it was. One of the end plates came off the front wing, and yes, it has. That's going to be a massive loss of downforce. Again, you don't want to be making moves in this section of the track because it can be very risky. You can crash the car. On the softer compound tire, is that going to help Gurman at all? I don't think it is going to, though. Into the pits. A few other drivers. You see me flying is in the pits. And is that a front wing change? I don't believe it is. No, it's not. What's the compound tire he's on? And oh my goodness, what was that? Looks like Speed Kills kind of pushing Used to Be Flying, going off the track almost. He almost pushed him into the wall. Speed Kills trying to take the apex. Used to Be Flying, then exiting the pits. What does Speed Kills have damage? Does it look like he does? No, he doesn't, but Used to Be Flying might be a little bit ticked off by that, as I would have been too. Used to Be Flying now going to try to get past that Alfa Romeo driver. Not aggressively, of course. You don't want to be taking too many risks, but now he's got a good run, and he's going to look to make down the move down the straight. Yes, he does. He gets it, and Used to Be Flying into 11th position now. And now Schecterfire is just 2 tenths away from German 69. He didn't make a move on that main straight, but now the braking and the turning, it's all going to go wrong for him. Now DRS is going to activate it again. This should be the move. This should be the move. Schecterfire should get this, but is he going to? No, he's not. I don't think there's enough of a gap. And there is, too much of a gap. And he's not going to make the move. So German's staying alive, and you have to suspect that is street track woes for drivers who are behind, who just simply can't make moves because the track is just so very thin. Voodoo 52 in the McLaren looking to try to make a move on Speed Kills, who is in 12th position. The two Alfa Romeo drivers not exactly equal in pace, it seems, as Fly-By-Night is hit with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That has to be track extensions, I would presume. Let's ride on board of him because he's nowhere near any of the other drivers. He's 6 seconds behind Hartman, who is 39 seconds behind Schecterfire. And now Voodoo 52 and Speed Kills are battling it out. Voodoo 52 going on side by side with Speed Kills. Now going into turn 2. Is Voodoo 52 going to keep it? He does. He almost goes into the wall, though. Is there any damage on any of those cars? And I don't think there is. Speed Kills, does he have front wing damage? Let's see if we can see there. No, he doesn't. He's all right to go. But now Schecterfire, is he going to make a move? He has to be able to make a move. DRS is going to get activated down this main straight. Is he going to have that ERS mode in the runnings? Let's see if he is. I can't actually see the ERS. The car is redlining almost, it seems. But now DRS activated. Going down the main straight. It seems still more of a struggle than it should be. Going too wide, though, with Schecterfire. Is the Racing Point going to have enough run into turn 2 to make a move? No, he isn't, but he's going to get slid a little bit, it looks like. Possibly by the Racing Point of German. Now German is behind him, though. He's going to have DRS going down the straight, and he's going to make enough of a move to possibly move ahead. Is he going to? No, he's not. But a little bit of a lockup from the Haas driver. That seemed to be, unless it was just dust getting kicked up. But now the Haas driver and Fly-By-Night moves ahead of Hartman K7. Hartman must have had an issue because he was 6 seconds behind him. Hartman must have lost a lot of time. But now going down that main straight, Hartman has DRS activated. He's going to look for a move, but not enough of a gap there. Not enough time. He made up. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a voice crack from my end. A lot of action in this race. German is in 8th position. Now he's just 4 tenths behind Schecterfire. But that gap is increasing, so you have to think Schecterfire does have the better pace. Now that he's not bogged down by German 69, he can really get on the pressure. Anthony 8291 is your race leader by 6 seconds. He has regained that lead. I do apologize for missing that. He has regained that lead by 6 seconds. And he is definitively in the lead right now, 6 seconds ahead of Sweet Crown 19. Again, looking for his first race of WSR. What a crazy result that would be to have 4 different race winners in 4 different rounds to kick off this WSR season. That would be insane results so far. German 69, though, does get ahead of Schecterfire again. Schecterfire looking to make a move, though. This is the kind of battling Schecterfire shouldn't even be having with one of the front end plates gone from that Racing Point car. Schecterfire should be much faster than German 69. This is worth battling, as German would still have to make another pit stop, I believe. Now riding on board, is there going to be a move made on the inside? No, there's not. There's not even enough. Now Schecterfire locking up a little bit going into the turn. But now, look how much deeper Gurman's going in the corners. That's really affecting, especially in Sector 2 where the track is a little bit more difficult to get through. That's really going to affect him moving on through. That is why Schecterfire gets so close on the straight. It's because of that. It's because of how much mistakes are made in the middle sector, because there's just not enough downforce on the car. I mean, imagine how much more difficult it is to get through the castle section with only half of your front wing. I can't imagine it because it is just so hard to imagine. But now Hartman, looking to get ahead of Fly By Night, he is just 2 tenths away from getting ahead of Fly By Night. It's a big gap between 9th and 8th position, though, so really this is the battle to get 9th position, get that less than, he doesn't want that 1 point, he wants more than 1 point. And can he get into 9th position ahead of Fly By Night now? He's in within a second, so if he can keep within a second, he's going to get DRS and possibly make a move down the main straight. What I haven't been seeing is a lot of good ERS management from drivers, because you may have noticed that there simply isn't a lot of, let's look at the telemetry, and you would think, yeah, so he's got about 50% now draining it. He's going to be in overtake mode. That is going to increase acceleration the most on these cars. Let's keep the lap data also on there. Unbelievable stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable stuff. Anthony 8291 is in first position, followed by Sweet Crown 19 in second position. HN Racing rounds off the podium positions in third position. Iconic Q is in fourth position. As we get now to the halfway point in this race, Hartman K7 is in 10th position. DRS not enough to get by him. Now trying still to get ahead of Fly By Night. The Toro Rosso driver battling on his wits alone. It's so close. Now he's going to have DRS again. This is usually not an overtaking zone, but if you get close enough and you can get a gap, you can go for a move. He's going to go defensive, and going around the outside into this turn. Is it going to be enough? And no, there's a crash! Hartman tried very hard to go around the outside of Fly By Night, but he couldn't do it, and now that's going to be half of his front wing gone. Massive disappointment for Hartman. It is so very difficult to take that outside line around turn 3, and it just didn't work for Hartman. You can't really blame Fly By Night. He's keeping his line in the inside. It's just so hard to try to get the car around the outside line in there, and he's crashing into the wall. He's going to have massive front wing damage, and that's not going to be good enough to get him through these sections of the track. There's a yellow in Sector 2. Who was that? I don't know who that was. Let's see if we can see who it was. I'm not seeing it. And look at Yusumi flying now. He's going to be able to overtake Hartman. I'm assuming Hartman would pit. Very disappointing stuff for Hartman, obviously. Trying to get ahead of Fly By Night, who's now a minute behind the rest of the field. But just couldn't get it done. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, but again, it was a gamble to go around the outside there. I don't think you can blame Fly By Night for anything done in that move. That was risky, and did it pay off? Obviously not. He's going to peel into the pits, I presume. Yes, he is. He's going to replace his front wing. Disappointment for the Haas driver. Very disappointing for the Haas driver. And now Yusumi flying, though, is going to get into... Sorry, Fly By Night takes a pit stop as well. Fly By Night takes a pit stop, and I believe that's because of Hartman. I believe because Hartman had to take a pit stop as well, he's going to take advantage of that. Iconic Q has been hit with a 3-second time penalty. Fly By Night and Hartman K7. And look at that masterclass. Fly By Night gets the pit stop. He gets to put on the medium compound tire, but not only that, but he gets to replace his front wing. And Hartman K7, who hasn't lost too much time against Fly By Night, but is going to be still behind in the points. He's not in the points anymore, so that's unfortunate, but he's going to be able to possibly battle Fly By Night still. But essentially getting a free pit stop due to the crash that Hartman had. He was able to take that pit stop and still remain ahead of the Haas driver. That is brilliant stuff from him. Voodoo 52 is 11 seconds behind Yusumi Fine, who's in 9th position, running through there. The top 4 are separated by decades of time. Sweet Crown 19 is 7 seconds behind Anthony 82.91, who is in the lead of the race, lap 15 of 26. There is just about 12 or 11 laps to go. Amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing stuff. Anthony 82.91 in first position, looking for his first race win of WSR's 2019 Formula World Championship, looking to make a challenge for the cash prize. The winner of the league gets $250 in US dollar. And then down in the second and third position also get respective cash prizes, of course a little bit smaller than first place. That is what we're challenging the race for here. These 14 drivers are racing at the limit of their ability. Sweet Kills, however, in 14th position, 35 seconds behind Jay Ortiz. Jay Ortiz in 13th position, 19 seconds behind. Hartman is in K7 is in 12th. 11th position for Fly By Night. 10th position for Voodoo 52. Voodoo 52 looking to score a single point right now if he can keep it together. He's 13 seconds behind Yusumi Flying, so we suspect there wouldn't be any challenge from him. Yusumi Flying in 9th position. Schecterfire is in the pits again. That's going to decrease the gap quite a lot to 8th position. And there's another front wing replacement, so that's going to be even more time in the pits. Let's see just how close Yusumi Flying gets, and he's now coming around to Sector 3. Schecterfire exiting the pits. What's the gap going to be now? What's the tire is he on? I think that might be the medium compound tire. I don't know why you'd want to go in the hard compound at this point. It is the medium compound tire. What's the gap now between Yusumi Flying and Schecterfire? Schecterfire is 27 seconds behind 7th position. The gap now, as it updated, it hasn't updated yet. We're still waiting on that update, and it is now, what is it going to be? It's still about 53 seconds, it says. That's interesting. I know, not 50 seconds now. 31 seconds is the gap. That's the updated gap that the game has calculated. 28 seconds now. Gaining a lot of time right now. It seems like maybe Schecterfire hasn't really geared it all in quite yet. Who is that? Looks like Sweet Crown 19 might be looking to lap the Haas driver. Is he? No, he's not. That might have been Sweet Kills 3. Who would need to get re-lapped by other drivers. Let's look at some of the details. Position changes. IACE 99, really your race driver of the day with 8 positions gained in this race. Your least to lose, it would seem to be Jay Ortiz and Iconic Q, who are down 3 positions respectively on their own right. And Iconic Q with a fastest lap, however, for 142.118. And look at the stops there. Who has the most stops? Fly By Night, Hartman, and Jay Ortiz all have 3 stops. 2 stops for Josh 2, Iconic Q, and Schecterfire. 1 stop for Speed Kills. 1 stop for the top 5. The tires at the moment, all running hard tires on the top 5. So, top 4. So they're going to be looking to make it to the end of the race on those compound of tire. The other drivers preferably would have to make another stop unless they've been putting on multiple medium tires. And that is pretty amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing stuff. Anthony 82 is still 7 seconds ahead of Sweet Crown 19. Could we be looking at another close finish? We'll have to wait and see. Anthony 82.91, however, is geared up towards his first race win of the season if he can keep it all together. Let's ride on board of Josh 2, who is in the closest position to be making an overtake here. Hartman, though, is very close to Fly By Night as well. But let's ride on board of Josh 2, who is battling right now with his teammate in the other Williams car of Iconic Q, but he's trying to catch down Gurman 69. Let's look at these 2 Williams drivers. As they go down the main straight, it's gonna be both of them, possibly with DRS. Let's see who it is. And DRS has not been activated by either of the drivers, it looks like. No, it has been. Yes, both drivers had DRS, but it was Iconic Q getting ahead of Josh 2. Ahead of Gurman, sorry. Gurman pitted. So both Williams drivers are in 5th and 6th position. Very volatile. These two drivers are pretty good on pace, but now Josh 2's going to have DRS going down the second main straight after the second turn. He's going to be able to make a move. He's going to look on the inside, but not close enough, and he's going to slot down behind him. And, oh, he's going to lose an end plate. He crashed, hit the wall. End plate is gone on the car. That is not good. He hasn't crashed too hard, but he did go into the turn a little bit too early. He's going to lose that end plate. He's going to lose a lot of time to Iconic Q, who was 8 seconds behind iAce 99. Very unfortunate stuff. Let's look. What was this yellow sector flag for? I'm not sure who it was. It seems everything was okay. Let's look at Anthony 8291 now in first position. He's up by 8.4 seconds now, increasing that gap more and more and more as we're just 7 laps away from the end of the race. So as long as he can keep it together, we would suspect that he would keep the race lead. And he's on the medium compound tire now. I don't believe that was a pit stop. The game said that he was on the hard tires, which is quite interesting. But he is on the medium tires, I presume, going to the end of the race. You know, he would effectively lose the race if he was to pit again. On the hard tire is Sweet Crown 19. So the top runner running the medium tire, much faster tire. That is very interesting. Let's try to see if we can find the next battle. Fly By Night and Hartman K7 still battling it out. Fly By Night is about within a second of Hartman K7. Again, most of these moves are going to be done on the main straight. It's just so too risky to be making moves around these street sections. As Hartman found out, trying to go around the outside in turn 3 just isn't feasible. Unless that driver the driver that's defending really has to be very nice of you about giving you space, possibly compromising his own self. Now Gurman ahead of Josh 2. Josh 2 at the pit. Now the two Williams are split by Gurman 69. Josh 2 making what we presume would be his final pit stop of the race. Lap 19 of 26. It has been exhilarating stuff. We are just past 8 o'clock. And we are getting ready for the end of the race. Red Bull has to be excited because Anthony 8291, as long as there's no hiccups, should win this race. There's just enough of a gap now, I believe, where we can say he would be the race winner. There looks to be 7 laps to go in this race. How much more action? This has been a pretty exciting race, ladies and gentlemen. The first street race of the season has offered some good battles, some close battles, not a lot of overtaking, but still very awesome strategic race to watch as well. Fly By Night's in the pits. Is that going to be Voodoo 52? Voodoo 52 is also in the pits. J. Ortiz, is he going to be in the pits? Gurman 69 has been hit with a 3-second time penalty. As long as Josh 2 can get within that, Gurman 69 can be losing that position, which is unfortunate for him. Now J. Ortiz, however, coming down the main straight. Can he get onto 11th position? As now Fly By Night just gets out of the pits. Voodoo 52 gets his front wing replaced. So we'd have to think J. Ortiz is going to at least get that. No, he's not. He's going to pit as well. These medium compound tires aren't lasting the end here, ladies and gentlemen. So these drivers are all going to be pitting. Speed Kills is a full minute behind the rest of the pack. That is unfortunate for him. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Who was that? That had to be Voodoo 52. And, oh, he's going to compromise there as he makes sure to stay out of the way. That looked to be Gurman. It was Gurman, but he did not get compromised. Voodoo 52 made sure to stay out of the way, looking at his rear view mirrors. That's what you would call close and keeping it calm with other drivers while in incidents. Making sure he doesn't cause too many accidents, which you have to respect in a racing driver. Anthony 8291 is now going to start us with lap 21 of 26. We are just 6 laps to go till the end of the race. Now another, again, 8-second gap for Sweet Crown 19. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger for him. And we are getting so very close to the end of the race, ladies and gentlemen. As long as Anthony 82 can keep it together, we should be looking at him winning the race. He's harvested his energy well. He's got a lot of ERS. not deploying it too much, not harvesting a lot though, to where it would overdo both meters, not getting any derating going on. It's been a masterclass race from our new driver, who originally lost the position in the first turn, gained it back again from Sweet Crown 19, and has now definitively led the race for most of the race. And a much well-deserved victory for Anthony 8291. One of our newbies in WSR. We would love to have him in the future, in future races, have him compete for that coveted championship. German 69 with a 142.004. That is the fastest lap of the race. That used to be my old time trial time on this game. Before I started improving myself, the fastest lap though goes to German 69 at the moment. If he can keep it, he'll gain an extra point since he is classified in the top 10. Let's look down the rest of the race order now, as a lot of gaps are starting to form. Anthony 8291 in first position, followed by Sweet Crown 19 in second. Rounding off the podium positions is HN Racing. iAce 99 in fourth position. Iconic Q in fifth position. Sixth for German 69. Josh 2 is in seventh position. Shectifier is in eighth position. Ninth position for You See Me Flying. 10th position for Hartman K7. Fly By Night in 11th position, followed by Voodoo 52 in 12th, Jay Ortiz in 13th, and rounding off the grid 47 seconds behind Ortiz is Speed Kills 3. Lots of gaps forming. We are just waiting, as now we just have 5 laps to go in this race. Anthony 82 commanding the race lead. He has now gained to almost 9 seconds of gap between Sweet Crown 19 and Anthony 82. And he is basically running no ERS, I presume. He's gaining a lot of it, and now he's running it a little bit, but he's got to be in the low revving mode now for ERS. Gaining so much of that. Possibly going to look to make a fastest lap of the race. He's on the medium tire, which helps him. Let's see what the other drivers are on, if we can look at that. Let's see the detail of tires. We have a lot of drivers running soft compound tires, so including German 69. So if he can put together a good lap, Anthony 82, he could get fastest lap. But again, not going to have a lot of tire help there. But now Iconic Q, Shectifier, they're both in the top 10. You See Me Flying is on the hard compound tires of 12 laps on them. These drivers, though, Iconic Q and Shectifier, are going to be the drivers to look out for trying to go for fastest laps of the race. Let's now go for the none there. Iconic Q going to be looking for a fastest lap, but he's getting bogged down a little bit by his teammate here. He can either gain slipstream off of him or get bogged down and lose a lot of time. We'll just have to wait and see going into the castle section. These two Williams drivers have been so close to each other all season long. You just have to think that there could be possible issues going further down the line between them. Should they get into contact, that would not be good for the Williams team. They already got enough struggles in real life. And who's that? You See Me Flying. Another issue. Another braking zone lost. HN Racing coming up behind him. Blue flags are going to get waved. He's obviously going to have to let him by. Unfortunate stuff for him. He's running the hard compound tire. And Shectifier has been hit with a 3-second time penalty. There's a Sector 2 yellow flag. Let's see who that was. And it's going to be Jay Ortiz has lost his braking zone. And can we see if there's any damage on that car? He's making sure to get out of the way of Anthony 8291, who continues on to charge now. Lap 23 of 26, just 4 laps to go. And is there any damage for him? I don't think there is. He just got away with it. But again, 13th position, 30 seconds out. He's not going to be scoring any points today. Anthony 8291 is in first position. He's almost 10 seconds ahead of Sweet Crown 19. It's not the exhilarating race finish that we had planned from last weekend, but still very close indeed. But now Josh 2, who was very close to Iconic Q, has now dropped back quite a lot. Anthony 8291. What can be said? He came into the league, we didn't know who he was, came in there, showed everyone who's boss, put a statement on WSR, saying, I'm here to stay, I'm here to win races, I'm here to win this championship, looking to get that cash prize of $250. That is awesome stuff. I love to see new competition, and Anthony 8291 could be that new competition. We just have 3 laps to go in this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Gaps are still formed. Not a lot of racing going on between drivers. Right now, it's all up to the drivers, just keeping it together, keeping it clean, keeping it calm. You have to think, yep, it looks like Anthony 82 using up a lot of ERS, trying to go for a fastest lap now. Let's see if he can do it. Going through Sector 2, let's look and see what the delta time is. Has he gained or lost time? He's on the hard compound tire now, so that's what they're saying, but he's actually on the medium compound tire, so I'm not quite sure. The game is kind of glitching on me a little bit. Let's see what the Sector 2 time is. We'll have to see what his actual tire is on, and it's going to be plus 807 seconds. Now, is that off fastest lap or his lap? It doesn't matter. It's not fast enough. Again, whether or not he's on the hard tire, if he's on the medium tire, either way, slower than the soft tire. Now we have German 69 getting ahead of Iconic Q. Let's look at this battle. This is a battle for 5th position. Now Iconic Q trying to go around the outside on, is that turn 5 it looks like? It's now going to turn 6. As Iconic Q slots down behind German 69. It's lap 25 or 26. We are just 2 laps away from the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. But now German 69 is in 5th position ahead of Iconic Q. And now getting bogged down by who is that? Looks like to be the Speed Kills. Speed Kills getting out of the way, and he does. And now, who's that in the pits? It's going to be Sweet Crown 19 in the pits. And with a final lap to go, he's got a soft compound tire on. He's going to save all of his ERS deployment, I would think. HN Racing is going to be still in 3rd position. He calculated that quite well. He's ahead of him. And now, let's look back onto the battle for 5th position. Iconic Q is within a second of German 69, going for 5th position. He's going to be going down the main straight, going to be looking to open up the DRS, and when he does that, he's going to be able to get ahead of German 69. There's DRS deployed. Now he's going to be in overtake mode, you would presume, and flying by the Racing Point car in the 5th position. Iconic Q gaining that back position. But now, German 69 is going to be looking to run up more and see if what he can do. And now getting closer and closer and closer and keeping it together. He's going to have DRS activated down this main straight. This isn't really an overtaking zone, but if he can close up a gap, he could try it. Is he going to go on the outside or the inside? The thing is just going to keep it stationary, not make any stupid mistakes now going through the section, going through the city section of this race. Let's ride on board of Anthony 8291. He begins his final lap of the race. For the race win, his first race in WSR, it would be 4 new winners in 4 races in the first season of WSR, the Worldwide Sim Racing League for the Formula World Championship of 2019. Sweet Crown 19 is going to come down the main straight. He's charged up a pretty decent amount of ERS, now getting it all deployed. He's going to go for a fastest lap of the race, so let's see what he can do. Can he gain it at the final point of this race? But now the battle for 5th and 6th position is gaining a little bit more time now. Iconic Q definitively ahead of German, but he's ahead of him by about a second. So if he can keep that second, German's not going to have DRS, and he's not going to be able to make that move. And now we ride on board. Josh 2 has a 3-second time penalty, so forget about getting 6th position for Josh 2 in any event. Sorry, now it doesn't really matter. It was 29 seconds behind. Josh 2 just with more penalties, though. Obviously, he doesn't want to have that. Sweet Crown 19 is going to be looking for a fastest lap of the race. Let's see what he can do in Sector 1. It's going to be minus 1.185 seconds off his time. That's probably going to be good enough for fastest lap, I could presume. Anthony 82 now, though, coming down now through Sector 2. What's his lap time going to be? If it's going to be faster than it has been before, it's going to be plus 1 second, though. But Anthony 8291 doesn't care as we get on board with this amazing skyline shot of that Azerbaijan city, the Baku city circuit. But now, going around the final sweeping turn, down the main straight, it's going to be our race winner, Anthony 8291. Your first race win, ladies and gentlemen, here for this racer. Anthony 8291 is your race winner But now, 2.1 seconds behind, going for the fastest lap. You gotta imagine Sweet Crown 19 is gonna get, but Hartman has crashed, it looks like, and he is out of the race. I'm not sure what happened there. But now, Schechtefire finishes the race. He's in 8th position now, with Sweet Crown gonna have the fastest lap of the race. And he is. It's a 139.91. Is that an 8 or a 0? It doesn't matter. It's very, very fast. Getting into the 139s. He's going to get the fastest lap of the race, but I don't think he cares too much. I think he did care a little bit. That's why he pitted. Got the fastest lap of the race. Got 2nd position. HN Racing rounds off the grid in 3rd position with a podium finish. Schechtefire and UCM Flying finish in 8th and 9th position. Fly By Night in 10th position. As the 2 Toro Rossos go over the line. Ice 99's in 4th. Fly By Night's in 10th. So quite far between them. But the 2 Toro Rosso drivers surprisingly get close to each other with the grid. Voodoo 52 coming around the final turns. We are just about ready to end this race. Anthony 8291, however, is your race winner. And amazing stuff. A final finishing time of 45 minutes 14 seconds, 0.714. Amazing stuff. The music plays from the F1 theme, and there it is. Anthony 8291 is your race winner. And there's the podium right there. A British man on the podium, an American on the podium. And there goes the champagne flying. Awesome stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Really awesome stuff. Exhilarating race. Right on the edge, as all our street tracks are. I am now going to look quickly on one of my screenshots, and we are going to see what the code is to join again. I do remember quite about what it was, but I just want to make sure. We're going to join quickly, look at the code, and I'm going to join in on the league and tell you our final places in the league. Just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, as I pull that all up for you. Let's look at it right now. Your race winner was Anthony 8291, but your new championship leader, Sweet Crown 19 with 44 points. iAce 99 with 42 points. 41 points, dropping the 3rd position is Iconic Hugh. HN Racing in 4th position. Gurman 69 in 5th position. Official Sully, who was not able to attend the race, in 6th position. Anthony 82 making a name for himself in 7th position with 25 points with that race win. UCM Fine in 8th position with 16. 11 points for Fly By Night in 9th position. 10th position is Voodoo 52 with 10 points. Hartman K7 with 10 points as well in 11th. Fun Magic Mushroom in 12th position with 8 points. Josh 2 with 6 points in 13th place. Schechtefire in 14th place with 6 points. Jay Ortiz with 0 points in 15th position, and then going down the rest of the grid are all those drivers. It was an exhilarating race, start to finish, on the edge, as it always is in the Baku City Circuit. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for this edition of WSR, or the Worldwide Sim Racing League, for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Join us next week as we go to Spain for the 2019 WSR Spanish Grand Prix. My name is WSRX, or Noah Clark, and thank you very much for joining us, and have a great night. It has been WSR's, or Worldwide Sim Racing League.